In this episode, we deal with the consequences of a tropical storm, have a round of golf, and come face to face with a dragon. Our last night at Port Douglas featured something of a tropical downpour that damaged Matilda and forced us to drive quite carefully on to Townsville City, where we sought help. Welcome everybody to what I think is episode 11, which finds us in sunny Townsville City. Now, I don't want everybody to think, I realise that the 10 episodes so far have somewhat given the impression that this tour is just all cocktails and sunsets, but we are today...
Beers and crocodiles.
Beers and crocodiles. We are now today dealing with the hard reality.
We've left the stromatolites far behind.
Way behind. So this is the hard reality of touring Australia, because yesterday...
Disaster struck.
Catastrophe. So we were lying in bed at about 7 a.m. with our coffee and our tea, just waking up nicely, when there was the most almighty crash, because there had been something of a tropical storm the night before, and the weight of water had actually caused a structural failure in one of the struts of our awning. So yesterday was testy, I think.
Yes.
We managed to get the awning rolled up and packed away against the caravan, and we had some running repairs, and we drove the 300 or 400 kilometres down the coast from Port Douglas to Townsville. It was pretty
Matilda
cloudy.
was held together with cable ties and grim determination, wasn't she?
Yeah. String and tape. And anyway, so we went straight to the Jayco dealership, who looked at it. They resisted the temptation to have an intake of breath through their teeth and say, don't like the look of that. So they told us to come in at 8:30 this morning, so that's what we did. So we took the caravan in, and they are now repairing our awning while we are sampling the delights of Townsville City. So we've just been and had brunch.
This is the Strand in Townsville, which is the waterfront area.
And we went to the Spirited Goat.
Very nice.
Which does a very good breakfast, brunch, yeah. And we now have a few hours to kill, so we are going to go to the cinema.
They don't have cinemas in the outback.
No.
So we're quite excited.
Very excited, yeah. So, what's your impression of Townsville City so far?
Well, this part is very nice, and the brunch and the coffees were lovely.
That's true.
Other than that, I've really only seen the caravan park, which happens to be on a motorway junction.
Ah, yes.
So it's a little bit noisy, to say the least, even at 6 o'clock in the morning when you go to the loo. And also the rather large industrial area. So, but I'm very happy for it to be there, because it means that we've got a big enough Jayco to do our running repairs, and we've also found somewhere to repair the chips in our windscreen.
Yeah, we've got windscreen chips, all those road trains around the top end. We thought we had 2 chips in the windscreen. It turns out when they looked at it, we've actually got 3, but they can repair them all, and that's going to be done tomorrow. So Townsville is something of a pit stop for us on our tour. So we're very grateful to Townsville for providing that service, and for having a cinema as well. So
yep, it's all good.
So that's it.
And the sun's shining again. No more rain. Thank goodness.
Yeah, we didn't like the rain. The rain in the cloud yesterday, that was...
Overnight rained so heavily in Port Douglas.
Yeah.
8 millimetres of rain they had overnight.
Yeah.
Which proved way too much for our poor awning.
Yeah.
Still, live and learn.
There we are. Anyway, we'll update you on how the caravan repair is going, and we might even give you a film review after we've been to the cinema.
Making the most of the delay, we had a look around the Strand, which is a charming area. And this guy is certainly getting his money's worth.
So I've just checked with Sheila, who has referred to the interweb to find out how far it is from here to Tennant's Creek. It's basically 1,600 kilometres due west from here, and the reason it's significant is because if you remember one of the previous episodes, we were talking about the Overlander Highway that came from Tennant's Creek through Berkeley Homestead, where we were, along through Camberwell, Mount Isa City, and then Cloncurry. So we came all the way along there. It carries on to the east and eventually meets the coast here at Townsville City. So this is the port that serviced the whole of that route all the way back to Tennant's Creek, right in the interior. And so we may have taken a detour and gone up north to Port Douglas and then back down again, but basically we have gone from one end of the Overland Highway to the other, and that's where it is there.
But a walk around the block and a cinema trip later, we returned to the Jayco dealership to check on the patient.
Right, so just a quick update on Matilda. So here we are, it's about 3:30. We've been to the cinema, interesting film, The Death of Robin Hood, Hugh Jackman. Not quite what we were expecting, but you know, it was okay. Townsville Jayco, 11 out of 10. We rolled up into town yesterday afternoon with a broken awning. They fitted us in this morning, completely repaired it, all under warranty, and we are very, very happy. So we're about to drive away with our newly repaired Matilda. I mean, I'm assuming that the awning works, obviously, but yeah, they've done a fantastic job, and we're very pleased. That'll be a 5-star review for them. So there we are. Back to the tour.
We stayed at the Ingenia Holiday Park north of Townsville City. The park itself is absolutely fine, but it is sandwiched between two main roads and the traffic noise was noticeable, so it scores 0 for location. A half mark for the adequate facilities brings the total to 3.5. Perfectly acceptable, but if we were going again, we would probably look elsewhere. And with Matilda back to full strength and the cruiser's windscreen repaired, we moved on to Airlie Beach. And on arrival, we were treated to a little of the local fauna. This lace monitor seemed perfectly happy just strolling through the caravan park.
So we've made it to Airlie Beach. Had a nice few days in Townsville City, but we're now set up at a very lovely campsite, and got rugby and beer. So we'll go and explore Airlie Beach tomorrow.
The centre of Airlie Beach is well established and has a very relaxed feel. we'd had our fill of the cafes and shops, we went to check out the Cedar Creek Falls.
So here we are at Cedar Creek Falls, which is in the Conway National Park, and it's a local beauty spot really. There's not much of a walk to get here, but it is supposed to be magnificent after the rain in particular, and it hasn't rained a lot lately, but it has rained a bit, and we're lucky enough to see that there is actually a significant amount of water coming into it. So the creek itself is still just about running. It does dry up completely later in the dry season, but it's a very popular swimming hole. There's not many people here today because we've come on the first day when schools have gone back, and we've also come relatively late in the day, so I think we've snagged the perfect time really, and it's actually rather gorgeous.
Nestling between tropical rainforest and crystal blue waters, Airlie Beach does have a feeling of relaxed affluence. So what better place to seek out the local golf course?
So, Sheila, here we are at the Whitsundays golf course.
We are.
And we have booked ourselves in for a 9-hole par 3 round later today. So, Sheila, how are you feeling about about Airlie Beach?
Oh, I love Airlie Beach. Yes, Airlie Beach is somewhere I would definitely come back to, and it's quite bougie. It's got lots of cafes and restaurants and clothes shops rather, but just a lovely feeling to it as well. So yeah, it's somewhere that I would definitely come and have a holiday, or maybe use as a sort of, have a day or so here before going to stay on one of the Whitsunday Islands. In fact, we've not had a chance to go out to the Whitsundays. So we'll definitely be coming back.
We haven't had a chance
on
to
a plane.
Too busy shopping and drinking
Staying at
coffee.
5-star resort. So yes, I approve.
Good. Well, and on that bombshell.
No bombshell at all, really.
It's back to the studio.
But before our round of golf, we headed up the slopes of Mount Ruper. The circular walk from the car park is only about 4 kilometres, but making the climb of over 700 feet through the forest in the heat was reasonably challenging.
You reckon?
But the reward was definitely worth it.
Made it to the summit, darling.
Yeah, beautiful views over the Whitsunday Passage. Yeah, it's been a good old climb, but we made it.
And then it was back to the golf course. The setting was beautiful, with a glorious slanting light that gave everything a golden glow. So, when Mark Twain called golf a good walk spoiled, he'd clearly never seen the beauty of courses like this.
Cheers. The 10th hole.
Yes, exactly.
We stayed at the Discovery Park's Airlie Beach, which is in a secluded little side valley called, rather charmingly, the Jubilee Pocket. We did have an ensuite pitch, so the amenities were outstanding, but nevertheless, for $70 a night, this place scores 5 out of 5. And then we were heading south again. Join us next time when we cross the Tropic of Capricorn in the wrong direction and take in Brisbane.